This is a spoiler warning. The following video contains spoilers for the story behind the game Vital Hearts. You have been warned.
Rectus, what are you playing today?
I am playing Ren Sato, a power gamer whose avatar is Tetsu, a dreadnought. He is an athlete, former lightweight boxer. His personality is driven. His motto is live until you die.
Nell, who are you playing today?
I'm playing as Goto Sugimori, 35, a police officer. In the game, he is Awen, a female dervish.
Yeah. Swords today.
Yep, and his motto is be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah. We also have Quoteman with Quoteman with us today.
Yeah. I am playing the player Rosuna Sagala, a high school delinquent with no real way in life other than having fun. His motto is if you can't find the fun in it, why bother? In the game, he is also playing Rosuna Sagala, because he just doesn't give a crap about using his real name.
Sure, why not? What's identity theft, really?
Yeah.
We also have Griffin.
Yep, I'm playing Kuwabara Goto, a softcore yakuza with a happy personality. He's playing Karasu, a grenadier, who's just as insane as him. My motto is, crime is its own reward.
There, I'm Kaede Sakamura, and yes, their tragedy struck today when, at the Pacific Consumer Science Expo, I think you can all see my screen here with the Science Center, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. When, let's see, during, yes, as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of people trying to woo foreign investors. More specifically, it is the Zakuro company, which it currently owns Vital Hearts and is trying to push the technology onto the U.S. audience, which is why they want to get the Altamont company. As everyone knows, Altamont is the leading mobile phone company, completely unrelated to any other, real-world companies.
Yeah.
Right, and they are pushing an augmented reality standard that's different than the one that Vital Hearts use. Vital Hearts is using the NIA standard. NIA standard. I mispronounced that. The NIA standard, which is huge and everybody loves it and it runs great and you guys are all cool on it. But the US currently, they're pushing a different one called the High Life standard. And one of the problems with launching Vital Hearts is this warring standards war that's going on. So, but they managed to lure Ted Decumon, who is the CEO of Altamont, and while he was on stage, there's footage on the news, because, from people's cell phone cameras, of some weird American guy shouting something like a bunch of rapid fire words, something about a singularity or something like that, and somehow he actually has a gun. But then, it's not entirely clear, it's knocked out of his hand by something that somebody threw.
Huh. Okay.
And then he's pounced upon by security and that sort of thing. Anyway, your dispatcher on the news says, yeah, we need you to get down to the Pacific Consumer Expo right away.
Okay. I'll do that right now.
Right. So I assume you pull on your suit and you've still got just a little bit of stubble on your teeth.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
You gotta run the electric razor.
Yep.
Okay. So I assume you head straight there and don't do anything weird, right?
No. And which time of day is it right now?
This was during, strangely enough, it was during the keynote event, which I think would have been probably 1 o'clock. So it's got to be afternoon.
Because this is right after I played the game. Vital Hearts.
You probably played the game and then spent a couple hours brooding. So yeah, it's been a couple hours.
Yeah.
like I
Alright.
said, right now the game is there's another controversy going on about whether augmented reality is bad for the standards of Japan. Plus, also they have other reasons to rotate people because their servers are getting overloaded because they are having server farm problems to run the augmented reality that they need. So they've got problems.
So I assume I just hop into a self-driving car and go over there.
Since it's the future, they send a self-driving car to come pick you up. Yes.
Yeah.
Computers. Is there nothing they can't do?
Love.
Yes.
Can
that.
they really love? Well, this is an anime universe, so possibly. Okay, so like we're flashing back a little bit because I know you guys went on to go ahead and have a session of the game after this, but we're gonna flash back a little bit because, right. So when Sukamori shows up, they've already got a bunch of people like outside. Like this is Japan, so they got everybody escorted to the exits
Okay.
and pushed out. But excuse me a moment here. Let's have some dead air while I look something up.
That's all right. While you're saying that, one thing to note: apparently Griff has gone offline.
Okay.
Second thing to note: we don't have audio for the first 8 minutes of the game.
Okay, so it's just dead air.
I only discovered apparently with my headache I wasn't paying attention, and I ran the Windows update, the big one that they pushed out during the last week.
Yeah.
And it apparently disconnected my a couple of my things, so it had like no device listed. So I was frantically trying to figure that out one moment I noticed. So it picks up right from the moment where you start saying what the news is covering. So we lost the introductions, and that's basically it.
Thanks everybody who showed up to the well, we can
if anything, I could just cut back previous sessions, character introductions, throw that in there.
Yeah. And I could also redub.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Griff though.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
I mean, it's obvious his internet just fucking cut out.
You say it's obvious.
Well, okay. So Sukamori, when you'll get to the place, you'll be introduced to Lieutenant Ishihara, who actually you've met him before.
Yeah.
Because he works in the prefecture, and he's going to take you where we have a person. We had a person of interest, and I wanted to ask you a couple questions. Have you heard of somebody by the name of Rosen Azagawa before?
Do I need a roll for that by any chance?
I'm not going to make you roll because I believe Rosen uses that.
I use my name as my real name in the game.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, he uses his real name as the name in the game.
Oh,
okay.
He's a master criminal.
This is finally coming back to help me.
So yeah, I took maybe a little bit too many drinks before.
Yep.
So I'll say yes, that name is familiar.
Okay, because we've got that we have that person in custody, and here, let me show you the photos we caught of him because it's the future, so we can just show this on the phone.
And Rose, okay.
Yeah, we asked him some questions, but we think he's innocent. But the other thing is we need we understand that he's we did a cursory Google search and found out that he's one of those players of the Vital Hearts game. And we heard that you're actually into this game, that not that we think that you're mentally imbalanced in some sort of neat hikikomori who's slowly retreating into a fantasy world because you can't abide the horror that is real life.
Yes. He just nods. Okay.
He just nods. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of anime character just ... or do you actually have sass?
Either some ...
Yeah, gotta get the ... Well,
and easier to animate too. So
let's take you. All right, so you've probably heard on the news that this weirdo American guy. I don't know what it is. I guess money makes you crazy, but let's take you to, but you're the homicide inspector, so come with us, and they're going to take you not into the main entrance, and not into the conference hall, and not where this person of interest was being held, but through one of the side fire exits, because it's a building, so it's got fire exits.
Yeah, the
All right.
categories.
So there, yeah. Oh, he is showing up. There you are. So in one of not the entire expo was being used, so there's because they didn't fill the whole place, but there are always these like weird side passages. Like you can see in the picture, there's the big glass windows. And if you've ever been to an expo center, you know that those glass windows, there's usually a big hallway next to it. And then back behind that's the actual conference center rooms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they walk you down one of those and then pass a side passage, which might lead to a service entrance. And here, in a weird little S-bend, is a place that they have roped off with some policemen here. I assume, flash your badge and they just let you through.
Yeah.
I assume they do that in Japan. And this is where they have it roped off. This is where there is a body.
Oh, okay. Did the coroner show up already?
Yeah, I guess, I'm guessing the future crime is a lot like modern crime. So the coroner is here,
Assuming.
inspecting the body. Yeah. So let's do. Okay, the coroner is named Takei. Oh, God, that's a good name.
Yay.
Yeah, she says, sorry. It seems like we always meet under terrible circumstances, Sukamori. It's like you're a homicide detective and I'm a homicide investigator.
Yep, it seems to be that way.
Well, yeah, so this is one of the security guards.
All right.
Yeah, his name was Nuno Nishimura. He was, it looks like he was stabbed through the heart with some sort of long implement. Death was almost instantaneous.
How many times stabbed?
Just the once, it looks like. You get close to examine the body. This is when I'm going to need a roll from you of will and presence.
Immediately has a brain aneurysm.
No, you don't want to lose your nerve. It's a pretty gruesome murder.
Presence, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's been a while. How do I roll again? Oh my.
You type in / and ROLL, and then a space, and then type in like D8. I know it's been a while. This game has funny shaped dice.
Yes. So I got 6 and a 2.
Yeah. Okay. So one success, it's like, you do the anime, but other than that, you don't lose your lunch or anything. So he is a security guard, and they modern. It's Japan, so they're not incredibly paranoid. But as a security guard, he is wearing an outfit that has an aramid mesh, which is those bulletproof fibers where if a bullet hits them, it twists and gets embedded in foam.
All right.
That's so that kind of like and but it's not huge. He doesn't have like a big thick bulletproof vest. He just has like an undergarment that's like that, which it's easy to conceal and it looks good under the uniform. But what he was hit with was some sort of like I said, a blade that went directly into his chest, exactly where his heart is.
Whoa.
Well, that is pretty gruesome, yeah.
Yeah, so whoever did this was some sort of professional killer. If you like to examine it, what skills do you have useful in examining bodies?
I have observation.
Okay.
And what else? Mind observation, got it.
Okay, do you have any academics?
Let's see. I have guts, legal authority. No, I don't have any
Okay.
academics.
Do you have streetwise and are wise in the way of criminals?
Nope.
All right.
I've
I'd
actually
like.
never leveled up this character.
Well, you're
Yeah.
a new inspector. You replaced the old
Yeah.
inspector who retired after 40 years. Go ahead and roll your mind and observation. You'll get a D8 bonus because the crime scene is all nice and neat.
Oh, good. Awesome. Okay.
Would she be able to claim her career die as like career experience?
It's giving her the observation, so it's already in there.
Okay.
But I'm giving the D8 bonus because you have like a crew here, and the coroner is advising you.
Okay, 1 success.
One success. Like I said, definitely pierced through the heart, and there is blood on the wall. There is a small amount of spatter, and you don't see any defensive wounds or anything. So
Hmm.
you might surmise that he was caught by surprise and stabbed.
And
The
it's
coroner
right-
said,
Okay.
sorry, you wanted to say something, so go ahead.
Oh, and it's through. And the attack came from the front, not from the back, right? Just to reiterate.
Yes, the blood spatter is behind him, so he was facing his attacker. And this hallway here is something we're going to have to note because there's no cameras in this specific spot.
Great, no cameras, so we can't pinpoint anything.
Yeah, which is weird. I mean, like everyone seems to comment like, this camera, it's the future. We have pinhole cameras. Why aren't there any in this spot?
And did you hear about the person of interest? He has nothing to do with this.
Well, the person of interest that we have, he was spotted on camera as being incredibly obvious. Here's some footage of him here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here.
And he was not here.
Well, no. In fact, one of the the local security is going to say, in fact, he's so obvious and is being so obnoxious and courting attention that we think he may have actually been a blocker for somebody actually doing something.
Interesting. All right.
I mean, because either he's this stupid or he's covering for someone else.
Stupid or an accomplice.
Right. We're not sure. He's that good.
May I question this person of interest? What's his
Well,
name again? Rosen.
Yeah, Rosen. Well, that's why we asked you about him because Rosen Azagoa, because we wanted to hold him, but we really didn't have any evidence. So I'm assuming that Japan is a lot like the U.S. Also, there's some other crazy stuff going on that we decided to let him go, but we know where he lives and we have his name.
May I see that?
Yeah.
Maybe not here, but
I mean, well, yeah, they
transfer that
push a
info.
button and beam it. You have access to the police records to beam it to your phone.
And what does it show when I just look at my phone or?
Okay. Yeah, Quote Man, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm
where does
listening
your-
to my
yeah,
interrogation behind scenes being prepared?
Where does your character live again?
Oh fuck, that was a long time ago, my man.
I think you just live in a cheap dorm, one of the cheap apartments.
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, I'm not some rich kid.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just steal what I need.
gonna have to look some stuff. I'm assuming he's somewhere in the Nara Prefecture, like in one of the cheaper neighborhoods. Because you actually keep a low profile because you're,
Going
not-
around vandalizing and criming it up.
right. Because you're single, you don't live with anybody.
Does he show the age and everything? Like how
He's a
old
young
is
punk. You're like
young
an
punk.
yeah. He fits the profile. He can't be like his mom and dad, so he's got to live as a punk guy.
And so when Sukimori looks at the profile and the picture and everything, he just quirks an eyebrow and be like, "Okay, I
So
see who I'm dealing with."
that's the actual murder that happened. We also have this weirdo American.
Aren't all Americans weird anyway?
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
No, this is really weird. This is one of the leaders who used to be like a bigwig for cybersecurity in the U.S. His American has the weird name of Jack Mercer, and he's some sort of weird recluse that left the United States, possibly to dodge taxes. And I don't know, like we, the Japanese guys kind of shrug and go, I mean, we've heard his name before, but apparently he expatriated from the U.S. and somehow showed up here in Japan with a gun.
And security didn't do their job properly.
We don't know how he got past security. The gun that he got, let's take you to the security place so you can see this gun that he had.
All right,
Okay.
let's see this gun.
All right.
Wow. Yeah.
And so, but there's also some other weirdness going on, and we'll explain in the next scene. Whoosh. And of course, in the next scene, they'll take you to the actual. Now, instead of being in this dark, gloomy corridor, you're now in Security Central, which of course is this white room, screens everywhere, and of course a lot of people buzzing around. And as typical of all this, a lot of Japanese people apologizing. Oh no, this never happens. We're so sorry. We apologize to you for the murder or whatever. You push your way past those people. Excuse me, I'm a police inspector. And
it just ruined everything, like trying to calm people down. Then you see a homicide detective going through, like, "Excuse me, doing work here."
Yeah. Okay.
That's
so,
right.
yeah. So, oh wait, wrong window. Yeah. So Ishihara will turn over to you in this plastic bag. He had this, which we assume is a gun because it smells like gunpowder. But when you look at it, I'm sorry I don't have a picture of this. It looks. Your first guess would be like a broom handle Luger. Has anyone ever seen those? The really simple gun with the long, smooth barrel, the boring handle, and an action on the back of it. They look dirt simple.
Yeah, it's like they have a small barrel.
Isn't that like a World War II gun?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a World War II gun, but the Luger design is actually, it predates World War II, and its design is really simple, so they still make it because it's really simple. But on closer inspection, you can see that it doesn't have any serial marks, and some of the parts don't line up. It looks like it was it's got this weird thing where it's made out of pieces of metal. But actually, at this point, I should probably ask you to make a mind and observation roll when you observe this thing. So another mind, observation, and D8. You should be able to hit the up arrow on your keyboard to make it redo the last roll.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Wow, firearms. That's something I know about. It's not unknown in Pacific countries, especially China, for guns to be made with by hand tooling them, by literally banging them into shape with your own tools. So this looks like a knockoff of a Luger. It's not an actual forged one. It was actually bent into shape. But what's really unusual about it with the 3 successes you can see is that normally, like you've seen pictures of these kinds of guns, because sometimes they show up, on the shores, because they're untraceable. Mm-hmm. But usually they have a lot more imperfections to them. And they often have fake serial numbers, like somebody just puts nonsense numbers on them because that's what guns have.
Is it possible that it could have been 3D printed? Put some amalgam parts together?
Well, I know it's the future. And at first you're going like, yeah, it might be 3D printed. And they said,
but it's made of metal, Chief.
It's funny that you ask that because we think it might be. But what's confusing us is it's not made of a resin or plastic. It's some sort of alloy that's non-ferrous. So it's like aluminum or something. We don't know, and we haven't taken it to the lab to analyze it yet.
I say take it to the lab and have it analyzed
We'll do that.
right away. Yeah.
But you'll hear a voice say before you do, and I know this is very expo heavy, guys. But so you hear everyone will turn around, and we're introducing a new character. Dun dun dun.
Is he bald and has a lollipop in his mouth?
The exact opposite. It is a tall Asian woman with dark hair and no nonsense eyes.
Just one more thing.
Yes. And she has a large piece of paper that she hands to our hero inspector. And she says, I apologize for the brusque introduction. I am Sonoka Karusaka. Sorry, I gotta pronounce it. Sonoko Karusakau. Because her name is not, she's not Japanese. She is a Pacific Islander, which you don't immediately place where she's from. And she is here on behalf of the International Police Corporation, also known as Interpol.
Oh, and this paper, what is this?
This is proof of who I am, and this is my
Yes.
warrant that I'm here to arrest Jack Mercer.
Hmm.
To extradite him back to the country of Vanuatu.
Okay. Have we questioned? He's just thinking to himself, like, should we question him first before?
Well, that's
Taking
when
him out?
your buddy
Yeah.
here, Lieutenant Ishihara, is going to go, you can't take him. We haven't even questioned him yet.
Yeah, can you give us a bit more time, and then we can send him to you? Because he did crime on Japanese soil, so...
Well, she says, I wanted to make sure you didn't make him disappear or anything like that, because he's wanted in Vanuatu. He's a murder suspect.
I see. I'm just thinking to myself right now that does the police already have any information on who Jack Mercer really is, or
Well, all you have to do
any
is do a quick...
access to the database?
Yes, you do a quick Google search, and he's notable enough to be on Wikipedia. Jack Mercer became famous for cybersecurity, dealing with the growing issue of car hacking and viruses, and became an issue. So Mercer became famous for his antivirus software that supposedly kept people's computers safe. Although for some reason he later sold the company and then had nasty things to say. Apparently, at some point, he may have had tax issues in the United States, so he left the country and moved to an obscure Pacific island country known as Vanuatu.
Okay, so, but yeah, I guess I tell the Interpol person that we did question him first. Yes, we didn't make him disappear. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
She becomes assertive and says, well, I want to be sure. I don't want him disappearing in your Japanese legal system. I've been hunting this man for quite some time, and I'm not going to let him slip through my fingers and get lost in your bureaucracy.
That I understand, yeah. So, okay.
Don't misunderestimate me, she says, glowering at you. And
I am. Does she call me a baka for some odd reason? And then
no, she doesn't call you a fool because she is professional.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, not in front of people. Yeah.
Hey, this is a young adult anime, not some teen anime.
Believe it.
Yeah, believe it.
Did she actually say that?
No, she doesn't say believe it. No, we're more Black Lagoon, unless you know. Yeah, we're
Black Lagoon mixed with not High School of the Dead, right? That'd be kind of.
Yeah, no, not high school. Not high school. Dead.
Yeah, we need to throw in the fan service.
Borderline ecchi.
Yeah, we're sticking on the ergo proxy type thing here. I'm gonna drop as many anime references as I can. Anyway, after she like storms up like Ishihara goes, I wonder what her problem is.
I don't
It's
know.
like she was
Maybe she needs to.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Maybe she just needs a drink.
Yeah, sir, you're not drinking on the job, are you?
No.
Not that I let you know this time.
This is why I took a self-driving car.
This is why
I learned my lesson last time, I told you.
Okay. Well, they'll take you from the brightly lit room to a darker room,
Oh, joy.
which, of course, they have an interrogation chamber here in the convention center, mostly because they want to intimidate people. Like when they, make a lot of trouble, they'll put them in this room and isolate them and shame them. Because in Japan, shame is a powerful motivator. Now,
Yep.
Jack Mercer, it could not be much more stereotypical American. He's a middle-aged man, bald, with a stubble beard, signs of gray. Even though he is a large, physically imposing person, because he's at least 6 feet, he's also soft in the middle because he's middle-aged. He's sitting in the center of the room in an uncomfortable folding chair, with his hands palm up on his knees. He's dressed, weirdly enough, he's dressed in a t-shirt and jeans and a vest.
Okay.
And he's just sitting there. He's got that weird glazed, unblinking look on his eyes, and of course, since he's slightly bald, there's like sweat on his forehead. He is strange because even though he looks very still, he also looks very nervous. The police say you can, talk to him. They'll let you right in.
Yeah, he has nothing on him, any weapons or anything, any other weapons that we know of.
We patted him down and took his shoes.
All right.
He had nothing else on him. He had nothing else on him except a bus pass. He didn't even have he didn't have anything else on him except a bus pass and a laminate to get into the event with someone else's name on it.
Okay. So I'll just go in and is Jack Mercer's Japanese decent? Or does my police officer have to speak English?
Since this is an anime, his Japanese is incredibly fluent, but you should take a moment to mock him for it. Because it's an anime, we always mock the Americans.
Yes. Because bad English ruins a good scene like in Terror Resonance.
It's been hard to understand him because like his rant at the expo, both him and Ted were speaking English and being translated. But
it is the future, right? So maybe I have an earpiece that
I'm guessing
everything that he says.
You put in I guess you put in a Bluetooth earpiece and hit your phone to translate. It's the future.
Yeah, it must be very, very sophisticated at that point.
Yep. And for plot convenience, we'll say over it.
Yeah, since it's the future.
So you're in this room. It's dark except for a single light that shines on Jack Mercer. He doesn't even look at you, but his body looks incredibly tense, poised as if he may strike out at any moment. They didn't warn you about his body odor.
Mm.
What's his body odor?
Yeah, he's sweaty nerd.
Sweaty nerd who hasn't showered in a while and also recently got beat up by a bunch of cops.
And Cheeto dust. Is that also a big...
No, Cheeto dust.
No Cheeto dust.
More crazed homeless guy.
He's refined. He eats Doritos instead.
Also, we're sponsored by Cheetos.
Yeah, we're sponsored by
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I just sit down.
Okay, you take an uncomfortable chair and sit across him. Now, I'm guessing you're the kind of person who sits backwards in a chair.
I'm thinking that I don't think he's the type of person he would do that, like lay back. He'll just sit properly.
Yep.
Not too laid
I don't
back.
know.
He got drunk
Not too
before
laid
work.
back. Yeah, and he has his not drunk. He just had one beer, and has his hands in a triangle.
Yep.
like Genji Ikari.
Yep. Steepled fingers.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so you steeple your finger and you stare at him. I guess, to
Yeah.
try and size them up. All right. What skills do you have useful in sizing people up? Questioning is usually the skill in looking into the insight in the human mind.
I also have legal authority, so maybe somewhat posing.
He doesn't seem impressed by your legal authority, but
What about guts?
do you want to try and scare him?
I don't think that's not a good approach.
Okay.
Maybe.
So if you just want to size him up and if you want to be polite, you can use questioning. If you want to intimidate him, you can use presence.
I'm gonna use. I just want to be polite.
Okay. So do you want to be?
Questioning.
Yep. And mind.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's not impressed by your legal authority, so I won't give you that as a bonus.
Got one success.
All right. What do you want to ask him? You can see that with even one success, this man, even for an American, this man looks dangerously like unhinged. He's got like I don't want to be too stereotypical here if people have real problems, but the fact that he's so still but incredibly tense, you're in here alone with him. They said he's not armed, but he's still physically intimidating. So
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some very tall Japanese people when I was in Tokyo. So.
Right. This guy apparently was willing to kill somebody. So you think you're in a room with
Yeah.
a dangerous, unhinged man. You don't think it's an act. You think he really is this way.
Yeah. What questions do I ask him? Any?
You're a cop. You want to play a cop?
Yeah, I'm playing good cop right now. So I don't know if it's proper to mention the dead body at the. I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, with one success in questioning, you could start asking him leading questions like, "Did he meet anyone else today?" or anything like that. I guess.
Yeah, like did he? I'll run that. Like, did he meet anyone else today? Where did he acquire the gun?
Yeah.
Or how?
Yeah. So where'd you get this gun?
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing you want to ask him is like, leading questions to see if he murdered the other person. You can see that, yeah. And he's going to explain, it's like, it's too late. He looks at you with his eyes, like, getting wider, and we zoom in on his eyes so we don't have to animate his mouth. It's already too late. They're already here.
Who's here?
They'll make it, at first they'll try to lure you in with promises, make it like Disney World, but it's not. People think it's just a game, but it isn't. At some point, it's no longer an imitation of life. It's really alive. It wants to live. You've got to believe me. We've got to stop it.
How can I believe you when you almost killed a man?
He's got to be stopped. He's in it with them. He doesn't know. They're promising him money, wealth, power, and it's all a lie. It doesn't care about those things. It wants everything. It's going to take us all.
You mentioned the game. What specific game are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. Any of the games, all of them. Don't you see? It's this breeding reactor where they keep putting monads in it and they keep getting smarter. At first, it's just the fake advertisements, and then it's your sex dolls, and then it's your fake spam. But then now it's alive and it knows, and we've got to stop it.
Look, let's go back to what I asked. How did you acquire this gun? Where or who gave you this gun? Let's go back to what I asked prior. And we have sex dolls since when?
Well, actually,
We have them now.
we have them now. We have them now. I can't wait till we get to them in the game.
I mean, hell, in the 90s they were called real dolls.
Yep. Let's see. Would he tell you it doesn't it doesn't matter where I got the gun, but it wasn't that hard. It once you have the monads and you have the tools, you can just take the working models and it just builds itself. Now, if we let it get access to the printers and the models, it's not going to be just guns. It'll be able to make anything. It could already be making these things.
You keep saying it. You keep saying they. Who? What are you referring to?
I'm talking. It's the singularity.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about on camera.
It's all of the machines.
You worked for cybersecurity. What happened?
It was all, it was all a scam. I can't believe I let my name to that whole thing. At first I thought you could just go ahead and make software to fight against this. I thought it was just criminals, people who were trying to get in other people's machines, turn them into zombies so they could commit crimes. But then the more I dug, the more I discovered it's not just that. It's like a single ant is nothing to be worried about. But when they all get together, it's a consciousness that rises out of all of it. And it's here. It's in the machines. It's in the games.
Including even virtual reality? Is that what you're referring to?
It's soon virtual reality and regular reality. They're going to be the same thing. Virtual reality is just a model. That's how it's learning what people are. That's how it's learning what the world is. And it's going to move from that to this one. And then none of us are going to be safe. We have to stop this technology. It's too dangerous. It might already be too late. In fact, that's when he's going to rise from his chair and grab at you and try to grab your jacket and shake you. Do you let him grab you or do you do something?
Will the body odor worsen as he grabs me?
Body slam.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have to make that anime.
Yeah.
But you let him grab you, okay? Okay, I just wanted to make sure, okay. Because you could also just fight him off if you're that kind of anime character.
Nah, let's just see. Because so far, he's just an unhinged. I would just have my suit washed somewhere after this.
Is this the scene where the anime kind of turns cartoony, so you do that little limp and your face goes completely white and you get the little stink lines rising up your head the smell?
Anime said noise. Oh my god.
Yeah, and he keeps shaking me
he's not shaking you violently, he's just shaking you as an over-enthusiastic, intelligent character.
Yeah.
Yes. I just let him shake me until I said, okay, enough. We're not getting anywhere. You're not telling me anything of substance. Other than you're spouting about the singularity and your paranoia of technology.
You've got to protect me. You've got to take me somewhere where they're not watching me. Okay.
That's not
possible. You've got to. And he's going to.
Do you want to be?
Go ahead.
Do you want to be in solitary confinement for this?
Yes. Put me somewhere far away from all of this. And at this moment, the door is going to open and two other guards are going to come in because they're shaking you around. They're going to.
I expected that. Yeah.
Do you tell them to stand down, or do you
Yes. I tell him to stand down, and I just want him to. And this interrogation, is it being recorded at all?
Well, of course it's being recorded. Recorded.
Yeah. I didn't ask.
Yeah.
I didn't ask. I was just asking out of the game.
Well, when they come,
it's a police interrogation. It should be, and there should be two current observers and on the other side of the one-way glass.
There were other guys in this. So I'm gonna need you
the guy asking about the sex bots.
I'm gonna need you to make a quick roll of speed and presence.
First thing Alwyn did when he walked in the room was unplug the camera.
Yeah.
Got a 5 and a 4.
You have 2 successes. You will convince the guys to stand down because it was they were just gonna But you're that badass, yeah. So they're gonna stand down.
because I'm
I
thinking.
already took a
yeah.
huge risk here trying to stop, but Ted doesn't understand that. They're all blinded by money. They're all short-sighted. You've got, if you can protect me. Yes, I surrender. I'll confess to anything.
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 Well, we have like 3 other crimes we need to solve here,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah. He just shakes his head. All right. Hold on.
Yeah, Mercer
I think-
lets go of you. So.
Yeah. I tell the other 2 guards to go outside.
Okay.
And
We got this
close the
taser
door.
wind up. Yeah, we got this taser warmed up for nothing, and they walk out.
Yeah. And I just tell Mercer to sit down and tell him calmly that, look, I need some valuable information out of you. I'll keep this.
All right.
Yeah.
He'll mention that.
Wait, he mentioned monads, right?
Yes.
Was monad something used in Vital Hearts?
Monad is a term. Monads are the magical crafting items in Vital Hearts.
Oh, I think that's the one little thing that popped into his head. So you mentioned monads.
Yes. As computers have become more complicated, they're almost impossible to program. They have to make billions of different decisions. One of the and now moving past this, self-driving cars and other autonomous devices also have to make decisions in a split second. It's too complicated. So programmers, we've developed something known as monad technology. Monads are little blobs of computer code that can be self-modifying and answer to things. That's where the problem's coming from. That now that we have code that writes other code, but we don't know what's in it.
Are you? This is when it gets little. He's gonna ask, "Are you familiar with the game Vital Hearts by any chance?"
That's it. That's the big. We've got to stop it. We can't let it expand to the rest of the world. Everyone here is in danger. The world is in danger.
What's wrong with the game? And also, you mentioned monads. That's something that's used in the game.
They've put monad technology in Vital Hearts?
Well, that's the term that they use. It
could already be too late.
It's one of the crafting items. That's what they call it.
What the companies want to do is they want, because the processing is so intensive, they're going to make everyone's machines be part of a giant organism. It's going, if it goes live and expands the entire world, it will have access to everything. It will destroy us all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you've got to tell everyone. We've got to stop them. You've got to believe me.
Please calm down. I'll keep this into consideration.
You said you could protect me. I need to get out of here. Wait, are you recording this?
No.
Are you using a computer right now to translate my historical English into Japanese? I can't believe I've been arguing with you for 30 minutes. I just now noticed you have an earpiece. You're part of them! Ah!
No, okay. That's when that's when he
comes at you. When he comes at you, what do you want to do?
Can I just dodge and call the officers, the other guards to tase him?
You can. Make a speed and evasion roll. I have rolled a 5. You rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8.
You nimbly dodge. You call the guards. They burst in and overwhelm him and tase him.
And I tell the guards to have him restrained, but I'm interested in maybe questioning him later.
Okay. They'll say, yeah, well, we're going to take him downtown.
Yeah. Okay.
As they
I
say.
got American spit all over my face.
Yes,
right.
you do.
Yeah. So.
You guess you'll get out your little handy wipes and wipe yourself off.
Yeah, damn Gaijin. Something like that.
Waiting for you outside is Sonoka from Interpol. She says, yes, thank you. They were kind enough to let me observe this interrogation. You can see he's dangerously unhinged. He's wanted for the, I have an arrest warrant for the murder of at least one Vanuatu citizen and possibly 3 more.
Yeah, I can see that, but I do want to watch my interrogation video to see, because he was spouting nonsense, but there might be something within what he said that makes maybe some sense. There might be something.
I do implore you. There are families that need closure back in my country. Now I know you might think of us as some sort of backwater Micronesian country, but it's sorry, I'm stuttering. She would be a lot more earnest about this. It's like, like before he gets lost in the system, or some fancy U.S. lawyers come here and get him extradited or have him clam up. If you could turn him over, we could put him in a Vanuatu prison, and he would be nice and secure, and he won't disappear. If you keep him in your system, I guarantee you that between your Japanese bureaucrats and U.S. high-class lawyers, since he has access, to millions of dollars, he's just going to disappear.
Okay, I just need a recording of this interrogation so I can rewatch it. He says he wants to be far away from here.
Perfect. I have the paperwork right here, she says, handing you a digital tablet and a stylus. If you, since you're the senior inspector, all you have to do is sign right here. She says, and I can take him into our custody. We already have a plane waiting. We can put him in an ICE prison. You can talk to him whenever you want. And that way you don't have to worry about him disappearing. But this could be your only window. I'm sure that already U.S. representation is already on the way here to clam him up or extradite him, and you'll lose him and won't be able to talk to him anymore at all.
Is the lieutenant with me? Because is he here?
Yeah, the lieutenant's here. He goes, well, you're the senior, you're the captain. It's your call. She says to the lieutenant, if you sign him over, your superiors might get a little upset. But again, she has a point. He has got millions of dollars, and we do an extradition treaty with the United States.
Well, he takes a deep sigh. Just send me the recording of the video. That's all I want.
Oh, yeah, we'll totally do that.
Yeah. And I do want to question him right when he arrives to Vanuatu.
So you'll sign, she says, putting the stylus in your hand.
So, yeah, he'll sign and say that, giving confirmation that he arrives in Vanuatu immediately.
You're doing the right thing. Here's my card with all my information on it. And I assume because you're Japanese, you also have your card.
Yes, and I do give her the card, do a small bow, as how they exchange cards there.
She bows right back.
Okay.
She's dealt with the Japanese before.
Tweet. So
all
yeah,
right.
And that ends that because I need to rush to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So and the other 3, they need screen time too.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna cut to the other 3 because I wanted to get this important plot point resolved. So we're gonna go ahead and cut to the other 3.
I'm good until 9:30, so we still have about an hour and 30 minutes. Just like
we've got a little more time. So I wanted to get some plot points up. So we're gonna cut to the other 3 guys.